What are we eating for lunch?
Position. Yeah. Last one in.
COVID.
Who said you can't go home? Real Estate Exposed, brought to you by Signature Real Estate. Real Estate Exposed is all about helping homeowners and those who would like to be homeowners and those who would like to get into real estate.
Well, good morning, Las Vegas and the entire country and world. My name is Vandana Paula. I'm the corporate broker at Signature Real Estate Group. And we are Real Estate Exposed. My co-hosts today are Brandon Roberts, corporate broker of Signature Real Estate Group and owner. And then we've got Mrs. Shelley Panzarella, who is the branch manager of Prosperity Lending. I got your title right.
And the silent assassin.
The silent assassin. I'm going to put that
snap.
on
You
my
know what's really cool is I just got word today from you that we're worldwide.
We are
Yeah,
worldwide.
And I just got today that we're the co-host just for today. So apparently we're not going to be
Just
it
for
next
today.
week.
Possibly.
Hey,
she's already calling
we've
us
out.
always been on a
Surprise!
show-by-show basis.
Yes, got
Just
it.
so you know.
You guys are trying out every single week. Last week you were sort of, so I thought, I'd give you a little, just a reminder.
We keep making it because no one else is trying it.
Nobody else is showing up.
So if you're watching us on Facebook, you clearly know where to find us. We're at facebook.com/realestatex. If you're not watching us on Facebook, we are on YouTube and everywhere you can find podcasts.
Ooh, that's pretty good. You
We're-
narrowed that right down.
Yeah.
Right? Anywhere podcasts are available, we're available.
We should be.
We should
If we're
be.
not,
Let us know
find
and
us on
Brandon will fix
Facebook.
it. Brandon will
Find
fix
us on
it.
Facebook and YouTube. Like and
Exactly.
subscribe.
Thank
Or-
you.
Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
You
But
did that
I
absolutely
would
right.
make a note to watch it on Facebook or YouTube because we're pretty comical to be able to see what we do too. It's funny just to listen,
If
but it's
Brandon
funnier
does
to
say
watch
so.
us too.
For sure.
And
Oh,
in
yes.
fact, what the hell is that?
What?
You got a half-eaten donut.
Did you forget about it?
No.
So we have a new sponsor. You probably can't hear me right now, but we have a new sponsor. Well, who's our sponsor, Brandon?
Well, the interesting thing is half-eaten because Beta only ate half of it.
Yes.
That donut is that good.
This looks like a Christmas donut. It is a spicy ghost pepper donut from Dunkin' Donuts. Would you like a nibble off of it?
Are you crazy?
No.
Yeah, no, there's no. I mean,
So-
it's fine now. Everybody licked it. It's totally fine.
Beta took a bite, started sweating. Tyson
Oh,
took a
it's
bite,
one of
started choking.
those.
Did you?
I took a bite and there's no heat.
Something about spicy and donuts just doesn't mix well for
You don't
me.
like sweet and salty or spicy?
Oh, I love sweet and salty, but I feel like that would be
Sweet and
so
spicy?
Sweet and sweet. Do you want a bite?
I already said freak no.
There's
No?
one that nobody's touched.
Yeah.
No.
We didn't touch this end of it.
It's weird that they even made it.
Yeah, I mean,
Why did they put ghost pepper on chips?
Because ghost pepper on chips is like spicy
Have you
and
ever had it?
No, but it
They
would
only
be
give
amazing.
you one chip. They only give you one chip.
Even if I did try, it'd be amazing.
no, I
call it a
actually
death
did that
chip.
and I could barely lick just the chip. I was going to say something else, but I'm going to just say the chip.
Just don't touch your eyes.
Without-
So
choking.
while we're talking about that, right? It reminded me of let's talk about stats. And so
Touching
They're
the tip.
spicy. Stats are spicy.
stats
today.
are stinking spicy. You guys, we've sold 1,023 homes in the last 7 days. Okay, that's not a massive difference from the week before. So that's really exciting.
It is exciting with the election and everything.
Yeah.
You anticipate maybe it slows down a little bit?
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't gotten out of my house for the last 3 days
I think why?
because the election. I've been waiting to figure out who's going to win.
You've just been sitting there. Are you
Just
counting
waiting.
the freaking
We're
votes
watching.
yourself?
No,
Or you just-
nobody's counting the votes.
Nobody's
Yeah.
counting. Everybody's waiting on Nevada. You know what? You ignored us for a really long time. Who's the bitch now?
I have a theory though.
Like, here we are.
I have a theory though. Nevada's hoping
Recognize.
that it gets settled outside of here so we don't get sued.
Right?
So they're going to be forced. In fact, they should have been releasing numbers anytime.
No, not today.
Yeah, today and we're recording this early, just dead giveaway now. But they were supposed to release it by 9 o'clock our time.
Nice
today.
job, Brandon. You screwed that up.
9 o'clock our time today.
Yeah, and it's
So next
almost
week you're not gonna be
9:25
invited
now.
back.
So
Yeah. Well, so what was the deal with Clark County shutting down their center, but Reno, Washoe was open for county?
Yeah, I haven't been following it. I stopped watching the news. It was giving me anxiety, and I decided that that was enough, and I would just start drinking.
Oh. Awesome. So what did you have for drinks last night?
I finished a whole bottle of Malbec the first night, but
Did you really? Attaboy.
I was celebrating. I
That's
don't know
my
what.
friend.
Some of us are still going strong with 75 hard.
I know. I've seen a meme. My brother sent me one today, and oh my god, it was funny. I can't.
We should do a
remember.
show on.
Let me
these.
guess.
On
If you
memes,
want
I
to move
know.
out of the country,
Y'all-
I
no.
could sell your house.
Oh, my
Y'all-
favorite one was my favorite one I'm seeing everywhere is if Biden wins, I'm leaving the country. If Trump wins, I'm leaving the country.
This is
is
not
not political.
political.
I just love to travel.
I just need to get out of the country. Y'all rushing the F out of Nevada. Girl, we 50th in education. Give us a second. We can't count.
That's
All the card counters are out of the
funny.
estate.
My family in England is like, why does it take you Americans so long to count? I'm like, because we stopped carrying the one.
exactly.
And they have no idea what I'm talking about. But it was funny to me.
So they don't listen to our
I get
show.
that. 100% get that.
Did you know we no longer carry the one beta? Type.
We talk
have
about it
Beta.
every show.
We talk
Beta's
about every
still
show.
very young. That's probably how he was.
He still carries the one.
He was raised.
Does he carry the one?
Exactly.
So we actually have audience today. Tyson's
Yes.
here. Your son Tyson is here.
A live studio.
In a live studio audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask Tyson too. Do you know how to carry the one? Yeah. See, Tyson knows
Hey,
how
you
to
put the
carry
one on my
Yeah,
shoulder,
it's on my
and then I can move it to the other shoulder.
It's on my phone. I stick it in this thing called a calculator, and it does it for me. All right. So back to stats.
Stats.
Highest priced home?
6 million.
Hell yeah! How the
Wait,
you lying?
I'm not. I didn't even get a chance to guess.
I know, but I'm sorry. What was your
3.2.
guess?
Wrong.
Totally
the number just came to me after I carried the 1 and minus the 7. It worked.
Oh my God, Shelly, I love you so much. All right, so days on market from listing to close was 47 days, which is so stinking unique.
Is that higher?
47 days. What?
That's
That's lower than ever. Like everything else is selling 700 days, 600 days on a
For the
$6
high
million.
price, yeah.
Yeah, on this on a
for
$6
that
million-
specific
Was it
home. Oh, that's
underpriced?
right.
Yeah. I
Well,
don't-
last
I mean, I
week
haven't
we
done the
talked
comps
about-
or anything.
Where was it?
It is
McDonald
in,
Highlands.
No, it's not McDonald.
The first one out of there.
Perump.
Summit Club.
Oh, the
Where,
summit.
oh, was that off of? That's out here.
That's Town Center and Flamingo. Right.
It's pretty
right
cool.
over-
I drive by that all the time, and it's like this turnoff, and you go up this hill.
Yeah.
You don't even see the gate. I see people going up there. I'm like, what is up?
Is that the Discovery Homes or whatever?
Now
that
I
they were
know.
doing?
I don't know. This sounds
6
like
million,
it,
I could be there.
it sounds like it could be. Yeah, if you buy a $6 million house, I'm going to marry you.
Oh.
5.9. Here I come.
And officially hate you right again. You are not
He
invited
is-
back.
He's feisty today. I'm just gonna say that
I
ghost
just
pepper.
want to tell you something, Brandon. You're fired.
That ghost pepper put a
You
little
don't
bit
like Trump. You don't use his lines.
of in his step.
All right, we're not talking about politics
Get
here.
back to the stats.
I did. I'm at 6
no, we
million.
were talking about The Apprentice there.
Yeah, we were talking about The Apprentice. You caught that.
I.
I'm a fan of The Apprentice.
I
even knew John Gafford was on The
I
Apprentice.
didn't know
I
that.
didn't
So there were like
I
2
didn't
real
know
estate agents
that.
from Las Vegas that were on there.
Who's the other one? Oh, was that what's her name?
Why are you so
Amoroso?
excited?
Was she from Vegas?
Amoroso.
Amoroso? No.
No.
Well, my favorite guy, Bill Rancic.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Oh my
Should I
gosh.
look
Do
him
you
up?
not know Juliana? Juliana Rancic?
No. Should I look it up?
Yeah,
That
maybe.
important?
No, not that important.
You tell us why she finishes stats.
So, all right, when we look at active properties, now remember, we do active properties throughout the entire, not the entire state, but everywhere. But I'm going to take out anything that isn't Henderson, Southwest, Boulder City, blah, blah. I'm going to take out Boulder City too, by the way.
Okay.
So when I do that, we have currently 6,111 listings. No, I did that wrong. 6,112 listings. I didn't carry the one.
She's nice looking.
What is going on? Oh, yeah, I know who that is.
And that's her husband and her kid.
He was on The Apprentice. He won The Apprentice. He's in.
Yeah, he won.
Is he still married? Ew. All right, so
How do you not know Juliana Rancic?
She's
I didn't know
skinny,
it was
though.
important.
She is very skinny. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Back to real estate.
Yeah. I'm done.
So 6,000 units or homes. So you did some analysis to say this is what we have for inventory. I couldn't keep up with you because I was
Okay.
trying to carry the two.
So you have 6,112 homes that are currently on the market.
Okay.
Okay. And we have sold in the last 7 days, we have sold 1,000, what did I say? 23 homes.
Should I get a
So-
calculator
So
or
in
should I do
6
this?
So
weeks.
six, well, that's quick math, but that's carry the one.
Month and a
6112
half.
divided by, no, yeah, no. Yep.
Month and a half.
1023. 1023. That
Real
gives
estate
us
exposed, kids. Real estate
that gives us
exposed.
5.97 weeks.
Basically 6 weeks. Round up.
Ah, round up. Okay.
Right. So
Got it.
current sold properties are
6,000.
1,023
last week.
and then you divide that into 6.
What you have as
1,000,
inventory.
Or you
112.
just just basically say 1 and 6. There's 6.
Yeah, so
6
that's
weeks,
rounding
month
up.
and a half.
That's
That's not
estimating,
rounding
right?
up.
I mean, if you want to
It's
estimate,
pretty damn close.
It is pretty damn close. You
So
were
if it's
off by
7 and
like
1,
0.03.
I didn't even have to guess. I didn't even have to look at the numbers. You know why? Because they were the same last week.
Were they?
Yeah,
Yes.
6
So we're not
weeks.
trending up or down or?
We're
staying
ish.
pretty steady.
We're right there. Yeah.
Sales
Same
are
thing.
up year over year. We had an amazing third quarter, but we're staying pretty stable week to week anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you
That's
sent
it.
an
That's all I
article
got.
about appreciation in the last, that September, like everybody in the country had averaged, what, 6.7 in appreciation in, or what month are we in? November?
I sent you
Was
the article.
September.
I didn't read it.
Was
what did
it-
it say?
That there's appreciation gains of 6.7% across the country.
It hit 6-year
Year over
high
year.
in
Yeah.
September. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that too.
But here in Las Vegas, it's much higher.
What do you mean?
From last year, right?
Yeah.
What's our appreciation, like 19%?
Sure. I haven't been calculating that. It could be. I mean, I can look it up.
Do you want to
Glad
bite of the
she's-
donut?
Glad she's taking care of the stats.
I know.
I didn't know you were going to ask me weird questions. That's just
Or any
ridiculous.
questions.
I know. That's not even allowed. I don't know. I don't know why you're doing that. That's weird.
Stop.
So it looks like, nope, I don't want to talk about that
There's
article.
the article.
Let's talk about open houses. So we're how many
can do
weeks
them.
into open houses?
Well, you're on an open house kick
Was it
this
3 or
week.
4 weeks now?
Well, because I think it's
4
kind
weeks?
of funny, right? Everybody complained about the fact that we couldn't do open houses, and
Now nobody does
Nobody's
them?
doing open houses.
right? Is it because it? I mean, and we had a longer time frame before it started to turn really cold, right? We didn't have our normal trend to freezing for Halloween.
And here's the perfect. This is like the perfect temperature to be doing
Yeah.
open houses in
Yeah,
Nevada.
right,
They complained all summer long when it was scorching hot.
right. That they wanted to get in there.
Yeah. No, I see a few signs out there, but you're right. I mean, it's people just complain about what they can't do.
But for those that are actually doing it, I'm hearing that they're getting some traffic. People are actually having the courage to get out and actually go into the homes, and the agents are doing a really good job in making sure that they're compliant.
I know Tyson did it the first weekend, had great success, so he didn't do it anymore.
He was like, "That's it. I'm done."
I'm out.
I'm so busy.
Oh, there you
Apparently,
go.
everything's selling too quick. He
Oh,
said.
I
No
like
need to
that
hold them
answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but you can go sell one of mine. I've got one that isn't selling very quickly.
Lower the
I'll
price.
do that. I did.
Or raise
twice.
it. 6 million
6
closes
million.
in 4 to 6 days.
I feel
go
like that's an
fast.
inside job. Like that had to be an inside job. There's no way that happened.
What does that even mean?
Like it had to be done prior. Like they had to sell it prior to.
So pull up the listing, see if it was in house or not.
Oh,
how-
I was like,
yeah.
inside job sounds very scary.
It sounds awesome.
It's how I do
Rigged.
things.
It's rigged.
I know, it's so Vondana style.
I know. Hold on.
Hammer
Let me
I
time.
call a recount on the days.
recount on the days.
That's just your favorite term today.
Hey, if you can't laugh about it, you're just gonna cry
Or just count.
or drink.
In general.
I mean, legit, we are counting slow as hell. Like usually by now we would have known, right? I mean, on the same day.
I think
It's
that
crazy to me.
usually though it's all
It's a non-MLS.
there's less. There you go. It
Oh,
was
so
an
it's
inside
fake.
job.
It's an inside
it's
job.
fake.
Fake news. Just
Fake
kidding.
news. You heard it first.
We
Real estate exposed.
right here.
Exposed.
Exposed.
Let's call the agent out. I'm just kidding.
No, we're not going to do that. But it was really, it's kind of cool. It was actually, it looks like it's somebody within that community. So they had to have sold it prior to. It was only actively on
did. They're
the
putting
market
it-
for 13 days.
They're putting it on the MLS as a comp, so to speak.
Oh, yeah.
Which is good because if you're selling things, you still want the comp out there.
Yeah.
There's like two pictures, the backyard and the front.
Yeah.
That's it.
They didn't invest in
They didn't have to
good
put-
marketing
They didn't even have
strategy.
to bother with the marketing. By
I
the time their
wanted-
videos were done,
They
it was
still have a good strategy. They sold it
they
fast.
sure as hell did, right?
So how come we don't pick like the lowest sales price home in Nevada or in Las Vegas?
I mean, we could, but who wants to talk about that? Does anybody
Are you
really want to know
redlining?
about it? You want to know about it? You
I'd
wanna know
love
what the
to
lowest
know.
price?
Yeah.
All right.
I'd
the-
love to know where that trailer home is.
You think it's a trailer home?
Is
No,
it, can you
it's
sell
probably-
trailer homes on the MLS?
If it's attached to the land.
$55,000.
Wait, how can we get a
Is it
chance
a
to
burn
guess?
down?
Two-story condo,
Burn down.
Condo.
1 bedroom, 1 bath.
2-story, 1 bedroom.
Condo. I'm assuming it's the second story. Unit
Wait.
3. It was, yeah, I don't know. Don't ask me more questions.
But please tell me who sold that because I really want to reach out to them and find out.
Why? And you know, the funny thing is, it was a no-show it was a tenant-occupied no-show, and they sold
it's-
it.
I can tell you who didn't sell it. Redfin.
Yeah, that is not in their
Okay, so-
business model.
Let's talk about that for a minute. Redfin is being sued, like
Because-
everybody else.
I was reading the article from the
And?
New York Post. I just love this one section where it just says, in a statement, the CEO acknowledged that the company's agents don't work with some rural towns or low-priced neighborhoods because we don't know how to sell the low-priced homes while paying our agents and our staff a living wage with health insurance and other benefits. But this is where it gets...
Wait a second. That's a little bit of,
Basically-
but that's redlining, right?
Well, yes and no. So it's a business practice basically saying, hey, we offer discounts and rebates and stuff like that. So if we're selling a lower end home, we can't do that. It doesn't fit our model. Okay, I can go with that. But then the next thing, he also notes that Redfin hasn't turned an annual profit in 16 years as a brokerage. So apparently he can't sell the higher priced ones and pay them a wage either. So
That living wage could be really over
Can I
the
ask
top.
you what his salary is?
Exactly. Exactly.
Has he been paying himself a living wage? Let's talk about that for a minute.
no, but
Okay.
redlining is a serious issue. I think business, yeah, I mean, it's a serious issue. That's all I got to say.
What does it
Thanks
mean?
for that, Brandon. Okay, redlining means that you go into certain areas but not others. You red line, you stay within the lines
So it was,
that are-
I think it was
or
first
outside of the lines.
or brought up when mortgage companies were refusing to do mortgages in certain areas of town, certain pockets. So they would redline and just say, we'd only do this. Or they would only show homes to certain demographics of people in certain areas of town. So it's a form of discrimination, basically.
Yep.
Basically, for mortgages, it was saying in these other areas, they're less likely to perform on their mortgages, lower income,
risk-based,
that type
yeah.
of stuff, more risk. And so they were making a business decision to only loan in one area. Similar to what they're doing. We're only going to market and sell homes in a certain area.
So we talked about this a little earlier. So they have the
Today, without me?
Yeah, you
I
were
wasn't
late.
here.
Well, you were late. We
No,
were
no, no.
starting at 9:00.
No, we weren't. But continue.
So we were talking about how credit is, right? So there are loan level price adjustments based on lower credit scores, and then there's data out there that says specific demographics have their average credit scores are
Lower.
Yeah, lower, right? So for an average male, or an average white consumer, it's higher than it for a Hispanic or African American. And so from that, they're saying, are we as Fannie and
Where do
Freddie-
Indians fit in?
Indians?
You guys
Me.
pay cash for everything.
Got it. Okay, continue.
So that
You
these
exchange-
loan level price
I'm not even going to say it.
adjustments,
I know the DJ.
we're totally going to get redlined here.
Sorry.
That they're getting price adjustments, and so a person who is white gets a higher or better credit score because, as opposed to a person who's African American, because they come in with a lower credit score and they get or higher cost. So
Okay.
that would be the same redlining, right? Same type of concept around the redlining.
Yeah, and so if you looked at it and you took the credit score out of it, you'd say the average black male pays a higher interest rate than the average white male,
Correct.
right?
Correct. So that would be considered redlining.
Thanks for asking the question and answering.
No, I'm asking the question. Just so you know, because I'm the
it sounded more of a statement than it did a question, and I stopped paying attention when you didn't tell me how much we're Indians.
When you
lie.
weren't,
We're
you weren't talking about her
I don't know
anymore, it was
I
over.
didn't
was
ask
over.
for the
It's like
Indian stat on here. Actually, I don't even have it.
I don't know
on.
why. I mean, I'm one of your closest friends. You should look out for me all the time. Just,
All the time.
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Redlining also means driving a car at or above its rated RPMs.
Not good for the engine.
Not good for the engine.
It like sputters out.
Also, still has nothing to do with real estate, but
Well,
I
it
think it's
could if you
brilliant.
were driving home.
Okay, but you did like a I don't know what to say it, like a community video about Redfin and their practices, and it seems like they've always been in a little bit of trouble trying to get away with stuff all the time.
No, so that was on a different
Yes.
issue. It was on virtual offices.
Yeah.
So there was a lawsuit, I forget the year, but in the 80s, I believe it was in the 80s, that was brought by Redfin because they weren't a brick and mortar location. They were just
Do we have internet back in the 80s?
Maybe it was early 90s.
Okay.
I think it was like 88, 89. I'll have to go back and look. But either way, there was a
think
lawsuit
AOL
brought
was
because
formed in the-
they
sorry.
were more of a virtual office, which meant that they had a website that was just for the consumer, and they were getting consumers that way. They'd had to register and stuff like that. So
the
NAR
internet
and the
came out.
MLSs basically allowed for virtual offices to come and be advertised on the MLS.
NAR, National Association of Realtors.
Right?
Continue.
And that was because of antitrust and everything else. So it was opened up for them, but they had to meet these certain criteria to qualify as a virtual office. And so they get a certain feed of stuff to put onto their website. Well, us as brokers get a feed as well, which is called the IDX, Internet Data Exchange. We have certain rules, they have certain rules. Then comes the advent of the coming soon listing. We were able to put that into our MLS. Well, that was going in the feed to Redfin and the virtual offices. So they were able to put coming soon listings on their website where we could not. Unfair, right?
yeah.
Well, when you get looking at the practice, Redfin is actually a brokerage, and they don't follow the virtual office guidelines anymore. They fell out of that. So there was a big ruckus, and we talked about it, and I basically called the MLS here. They looked into it, and they pulled
He
their
started
virtual.
this whole thing.
I did.
When
It
was
It
this?
was a mess.
I didn't start it. Steve Hawks actually brought it up first, and so then some of our agents asked about it, so I looked into it. This was this last year, and so they pulled that feed, and now Redfin complies with an IDX feed, just like us, kind of leveled the playing field back out.
Huh.
So,
Brandon said enough of this nonsense.
Yes,
And now
this
I'm
is
tired
why
of their
he is
redlining, so-
President-elect.
He's on a Redfin kick the last.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm
just
not.
kidding. I'm joking, by the way.
Yeah.
Are they a virtual office still today?
No, they are. They're part of
we're-
our board. They
Brick and
So
mortar.
the virtual office, one of the qualifications was that the only people that could actually see the stuff had to register for your site and log in to see the stuff,
Okay.
right? Well, that's not what they were doing.
Oh, they were just openly
It's
advertising.
openly like a Zillow or any other public-facing portal, and they get great traffic. And so, like I said, they were properties that you couldn't find on our websites, even though we may be the listing
They were-
broker.
yeah, even though they
because
were.
they haven't hit the market yet. We're appearing on their website as a coming soon.
Got it.
So, it's been fixed, and most of the time it just needs to be pointed out, and then the right thing is done. But
Yeah.
times change.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know why they call it Redfin anyway. There's probably a story behind that.
Why the name is Redfin?
Yeah.
And
Wouldn't
why
it
does
be the
Zillow call
same
itself Zillow? Why do we call trees trees and not,
EXP,
you know,
like,
I call them
Paper.
I call them sticks.
sticks?
That grow
What
out
do
of the
we call
ground.
them? I've been having this discussion with
Future
the kids.
houses. That's what I call them.
Yeah, my kids keep asking me, well, why do we call this, you know, trees? And I'm like, well, I mean, what do you want to call it? Well, I think I want to call it mouth. Okay, we'll just refer to it as mouth now. Did you see the mouth over there?
but all the rest of us would be like, what the hell are you talking
Right.
about?
It doesn't matter. It's our language. We make it up. We get
Got
to,
it.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Did you know that Siegfried and Roy, have you guys ever watched the Siegfried and Roy show?
Didn't
Did
one
you
of
ever watch
when
it?
Didn't
they-
one of them get eaten?
Well, no, one of them got bitten.
That's kind of the first part
He
of
got-
getting eaten, right?
Well, I mean, just bit, but it was like a friendly bite. It was a I'm going to save you bite, from what I
I'm just gonna
understand.
Kind of
Tiger
jacked
off.
him up a little bit, but
Oh, I guarantee it was his neck, right? Tiger was like,
it wasn't a nice little nick on the.
If my dog goes for
No.
my neck, he's gone,
yeah, your dog eats just about everything, so I'd be careful of that.
but not neck.
Yeah, but not yet. You stop giving him dog poop,
Sounds
and he
so
might
bad.
eat your neck. we just,
Put dog poop on your neck, you don't eat it.
we just,
This show just went downhill.
So Siegfried
Anyway.
and Roy.
yeah.
Back
Did
to
you
the-
ever watch your show?
No, I was too little.
I was
So
scared.
I was actually going to go see it, and then he got bit. of them got bit. So we had tickets to go see it because I love tigers. Like I always believe that if you have
It's
a
my
cat,
favorite animal.
yeah, if you have a cat, it should be a tiger. There's no reason to have a cat, right? It should be a tiger.
Yeah.
Or you're
So-
making stew that night. It's another good reason to have a cat. I'm kidding.
So, anyways, to tie this into real
don't like
estate
that.
again, they've actually named a bunch of streets in Las Vegas based off of their show. Did you guys know that? I know this is
Yeah, that's
really
a Roy
exciting.
Horn Beltway, right?
I don't think that's for them. Is that theirs?
Isn't his name Roy?
Yeah, but I don't think it's because
Siegfried
of
and
him.
Roy, I don't know.
It's not because of Siegfried and Roy.
But the whole Beltway is named for that. What's it for?
It's for his tiger.
Who was Roy Horn Beltway named after?
Roy Horn.
I figured like it.
So
Oh my
so
God.
give me some
I am petitioning for my own street, just so you know.
so give me some examples of some of the streets that were named.
Tiger Lady or
Neck
Oh my
Lane.
God. Oh, by the way, before I
Carol
forget, so I
Baskin.
can get rid of this, August 6, 1991 was when the internet first was born.
do you remember what that all looked? I mean, these kids here were like,
Do you know how old I was? No. They were just born. Oh my God, yes.
Mom, I'm trying to connect to the internet.
Get off the phone. Yes.
All right.
Mirage
I
Gardens.
don't know what that means.
I know they're like, what the hell?
Mirage Gardens, Chance Lane, because I think one of the
Mirage is
one of the tigers, Mirage Landings,
That's
is
the-
a community.
It's a casino. That's not Siegfried and Roy.
Was his name Roy Horn? Let's just start
I think
there.
it was.
Okay.
So I looked it up to see, and I think it might actually be named after it, but I didn't think it was.
Thank you. Thank you
Why
very
would
much,
you think
everyone.
that, though?
Here
I-
on Real Estate Exposed, the one time Shelley Panzarella is right.
Roy Horn. Yeah, I named for Rivera.
The Rivera.
We're gonna have to come back to that because I gotta read this article because I don't believe that still. Like, I just think that's
Let me just go and
ridiculous.
defend myself really quick.
Wait,
and
just
find
seriously.
information.
Brandon, are you checking your emails right now?
Nope.
Roy Horn.
All right. Are you looking up Roy Horn?
I have got
Beltway?
it.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find the year that lawsuit was because it was after the internet was born.
It was after the internet was
Probably
born.
like 98. It was 98.
Yeah.
That's when it was.
Dude, I don't remember. I mean, like even now we have problems with our internet, right? I mean, I feel like we get better every year, and then every year it still becomes a huge problem. All right, let's talk about some other stuff.
Such as?
I don't know. Let's talk about the weather.
It's been awesome.
It has been awesome.
It has been. So when is it going to start getting cold? I really want to start
Next
wearing my
week.
boots. I feel like I'm just going to wear them anyway, but
Yeah.
I really want to start wearing my boots.
I just had a thing. We were talking about changing the date, and Monday, you said Mondays don't fit your personality. What does that mean?
I just feel like Mondays are like you're just starting. I don't know.
You don't like to get out of your pajamas on Monday? or-
Yeah.
That's what I said. I'm like, it's her pajama day.
No, it's not my pajama
It's a
day. I just
rollover
feel
pajama
like
day.
I just
I
feel
like how
like
she
Mondays
says
are.
pajama.
Pajama.
Is it not pajama? Pajama?
It's pajamas.
Pajamas.
Is it Nevada or Nevada?
Well, Nevada.
Nevada.
Home
Nevada.
is Nevada. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you sing the song?
Nope.
See Chance walking through the desert singing this song, but that's all I got.
Our state song.
Yeah. So that Mondays don't fit my personality. I feel like it doesn't fit our personality. I feel like we're funnier, and Mondays we just start off not so funny.
I think we're funny all the time.
Yeah, I'm pretty funny. Funny looking. I'm pretty funny.
All the time, including Mondays, mornings.
Like every day for me is.
I feel like what we need is like we need to nix the coffee and sit down with a glass of wine or some martinis or something, and that needs to be our show.
So you're
we
saying
do
the show
that
has to
starting-
be after 10.
November 20th.
Right.
It's 5 o'clock
9
somewhere.
a.m.'s too soon.
Well, I just feel
Maybe.
like, okay, so we volunteer a shit ton, right? I mean, Brandon and I do. And so we just have all of these obligations with the association every single week. I feel like there's something, and it's always going to interfere during the day with our schedule.
Never interferes with Fridays.
Except for me, it does.
But it has nothing. What do you have like a faculty meeting? What is that?
I've been waiting to get on faculty for years, and I finally made
so
it.
your faculty meeting's at 9. You could do a 9:30 show.
Yeah.
But the faculty meeting starts
Possibly.
at 9,
possibly.
How does that work?
8:30-ish. So they really start at 8:30.
I'm just trying. I'm really starting to see
For how
why
long?
you're always running just on time or just late.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have no concept of time.
No, I do have concept of time. I just get through things faster than most people. More efficient.
I showed up.
So if,
I'm
I'm,
out.
if I have 15 minutes, right, to be somewhere and I've got to go to the bank, I'll go to the bank in those 15 minutes and then get where I need to go. I'm
get
not
that.
wasting any time.
I get
What
that.
No,
irritates me more
you're
than
wasting
anything.
my time because I'm waiting for you for 15 minutes later.
No, because I will be on time for you. I will be on time for you. I'm just getting one more thing done, so I don't
On
have
the
to
way.
wait to do it. Yeah, because I don't like
As long as you
dead
can get
time.
that done.
Yeah.
But some people believe that if you're not 15 minutes early, you're not
That's
on
not
time.
me.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
not
10
one of
minutes.
those people. I never have
She
been.
believes
Tyson
if you're there 15 minutes early, you wasted time because you went,
Yeah.
you went to the
You
bank.
could have
I
gone
kind
to
of
the
on
bank.
that- I'm on
You
that
could have done
also.
like 3 other things between then and now, right? I mean, that's my theory, and I totally get there are definitely some people. I know Janet hates it when I'm
I'd
just
put you-
on time.
Put you in a room with
Janet
Alex
doesn't
Sinning
like it when our
and let you
phones
fight
are
it
next
out.
to us. Janet doesn't like it when we're wearing jeans. What is she? Head of the professional.
Which is
standards.
interesting. My phone's right next to me. I'm wearing jeans today. Well, Janet,
I forgot to
sorry.
let you know. Janet doesn't like Brandon.
She better like him.
Yeah, I know, right? So I got the official word.
What?
Roy Horn has a street named after him in Las Vegas.
But it's not the Beltway.
No, it's
It
yeah,
is
it's Roy
the
Horn.
Beltway, the Roy Horn Beltway.
But that's not Siegfried and Roy's Roy.
Correct. It is just Roy.
Roy Horn,
Who's Roy Horn?
the guy
The
that has
Roy
the Beltway named after
of
him.
Siegfried and Roy.
Who's
No,
on
he's
first?
not. Who's Roy Horn?
Roy Horn is the one that got eaten, that got the bit.
So they named the Beltway after him?
Yes.
So it is.
Oh,
that's-
so it is
Siegfried
him.
yes.
That's what I just asked, and you said no.
No, I said
I
yes.
said no
Why'd you say no?
because it just.
It doesn't make sense. Why would they name a Beltway like an entire?
Why
I don't
would
know.
a guy named Roy Horn mess with tigers?
Why would? Why does that have anything to do with
He
it?
just doesn't sound like a tiger guy.
Oh my gosh.
It's not like Carol Baskin or
What is
the
okay.
Tiger King.
Yeah, which
Okay,
Shelley
so
still
back-
hasn't watched.
Back to because I ain't got time because I don't have
I ain't
15
got
minutes.
time for that. I got to be there early.
Exactly. So, what day are we like legitimately
I don't
going
know.
to
Can we
land
talk
on?
about it another time because this
Mm-hmm.
gives me anxiety.
We're staying with Fridays.
So let's talk
we
about-
might pre-record one show a month.
So you sent me an article, which you probably haven't read, but about Gen Z. So the Gen
like
Zs.
this
Do you guys
article.
remember the Gen Z? Do you, or not remember?
Okay,
do you
wait a
know who
minute.
the Gen Zs are? What?
yeah, that you're going to ask what the cutoff is
Yeah.
because I know this.
Ooh.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Why? Because your son's a Gen Z.
1996 is the
You're a Gen
cutoff.
Z.
Now, the question
Pre-internet
is,
or
the question is,
post-internet?
Is it just before 96 or at the end of 96? Tyson wants to be a millennial.
Oh, Gen Z
You
is
do not want to
millennial?
be a millennial.
Yes, but so
You
it
guys not the same age?
in that article it
Oh,
says
interesting.
up to 96 is
Okay.
millennials. So after 96,
You did read
96
the article then.
Yeah. We had a discussion about this before you arrived.
Gen
What?
Z is the newest generation to be named and were born between 1997 and 2012.
You Googled the wrong article.
They are currently
Fake
between
news.
8 to 23 years old.
Who told you that? The
The-
Google.
Currently 8 to 23.
Reddit.
He's 24.
Who is?
Tyson, he's Gen Z.
You're
He wants to be a millennial.
millennial is well. So are you millennial 1. Y.1 or Y.2? That's
He
Gen
has
Y.
no clue.
He's a millennial Z.
I said it this way. I said it this way. You're
No,
not a
nobody liked
millennial.
that joke. Can someone please? She was funny, right? Did you get it?
All right,
I didn't get it.
boomer.
Oh my God! Don't do that. All right. What were you saying?
Nothing.
I'm sorry. I just needed you to acknowledge my
I
joke.
just-
It was funny as shit.
I just have a better perception of Gen Z.
Gen Z. Okay.
I wanted my son to be a Gen Z.
I agree.
But I don't care how he identifies. He can be a millennial or a Gen Z. He can use whatever bathroom he wants. I'm cool with it. I support him.
I don't even know where to start.
Just be careful. Redfin may not sell your house if you're a millennial.
Okay.
But I mean, if you do a starter home, that was another article you sent over to
I
me.
saw that too. And that just,
What's Like everybody's
They're not
changing
calling them-
everything in
Yeah,
our
you can't say
industry.
master bedroom anymore. It's a, what is it
You
called?
can say
Owners?
it. But
Owner suite. No, you can't say that either because
they're-
that's almost as bad. What is it called?
Oh,
Primary. Thank you. We're so glad you're here, Tyson. Do you want to just come on in and grab a mic? You
he's regretting even being here. See, when he's not live, he can just turn it off.
right? Okay.
No, they were
so-
saying though, don't use the starter home because some people are moving into this home and it's their dream home, and you're
Oh, so
basically
it's-
just shattering their dreams because you're just saying you can only start here.
I'm so tired of people being so god dang
Sensitive?
sensitive.
yeah.
Like enough of it already.
I hate it when you say "God dang."
Goodness gracious.
I'm very sensitive of that. No, but seriously, I mean, but it makes sense in a way. It's like, okay, you're marketing this as basically a low entry home, and is there even
Well,
a starter home
couldn't
anymore?
starter imply like your first home?
It
Like,
yes.
or
I
like-
think that's what it means. It's kind of like
But you can't finish there.
who said? Because it's a
because
starter.
You
the
started there.
definition of starter.
Got it.
I understand what you're saying, but your starter home can be your finish home.
It's senseless. Is really what it is.
He's
Just-
like, move on to the next
no,
topic.
just list your homes, inside job. You never have to worry about it.
Right. I think that's the best way. Do we want to learn from this guy?
No.
Inside job.
jobs.
No, I think you should
Inside
look
job.
at your marketing and figure it out. But
Well,
I
you
mean, if
can't say
you're-
starter home anyway. It's a discriminatory practice.
Is it?
You're looking for your first-time home buyers. Is really what you're looking for.
I understand, but you can't say that.
So in your MLS remarks, you cannot say starter home.
Correct.
Not unless you're a starter agent.
I wonder, can you say, this is the home for you and your starter husband?
My starter home. This is my first listing.
Can you say that this is your home if you've got a starter husband?
If it's $6 million.
Hell yeah. Bitches. All right. So about Gen Z, which apparently
Oh my
Tyson is,
gosh.
they're saying that they're looking for tech in the house. I feel like I'm not a Gen Z. I'm a, what am I? Boomer. And I'm looking for tech in the
Generation
house.
X.
You're X.
X?
We're
Oh, I'm not a
X.
boomer.
No.
Exposed.
Exposed. Well, there we
We're
go.
all boomers.
My
To-
son keeps calling me a boomer. I could have sworn I was a boomer because he
Cougar?
kept calling me a
Or
boomer.
boomer.
That is,
Boomer.
he is being very insensitive. He's calling you old.
Oh,
Your parents are boomers.
okay.
Whoop his ass.
You're allowed to say that.
Okay, good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's also pre-recorded, so we'll have him fix that.
We'll make that part louder.
And they
effect.
also prefer in-person tours. They don't care if it's with or without agents.
So
And
you know what was-
that's why.
You know what's interesting though? So a few years back, I was at Inman.
I mean, it's okay. You can finish my thought.
I was at Inman. No, this goes along with your thought. I was at Inman, and they had actually some younger kids on stage that they interviewed, and they were talking to them about how they buy things.
When you
right?
say younger,
Zers.
Gen Z.
Zers.
Gen Zers.
Tyson's age.
No.
they were
Tyson's
they were
a
younger than
millennial.
Tyson at the time because it was a few years ago. So they were on there and they were talking, and the whole thing with millennials and this whole thing was that they like to buy things online, right?
Yep.
Unsocial, just
Yeah.
into their video games, buy things online. That, and they were talking about no, we do our research online, but we prefer to go to the store and have the experience with the salesperson, the whole thing like that. They preferred that customer experience. It didn't make sense to me at the time. Like I was like, oh, that's cool, but now it does because that is the Z generation, the change.
Ah,
Is that where you were going?
nope.
Well, then I didn't complete your
so
thought.
Totally
Tyson
okay
is
with that, though,
millennial, Beta is Z, Sydney is Z. Your kids are going to be Z,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so if you think about it, to your point on this shopping, that's how my daughter is. My daughter is extreme, like all the research in the world, and then she's like, I need to go to Target. For what? I need to buy this specific whatever. I need to go to Ulta for this one specific thing.
So my kids don't do that. They just,
Really?
yeah, they just go on Amazon. They send me the link and they're like, can you just get this? And I'm like,
They're Indian.
that is true.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it is. It seemed like it fit at the minute.
But they had, do you ask them, hey, did you do research on this? Or they just like, I need socks. And
Do you know how many headphones I have sitting in my house because they're doing research? I have 17 headphones. How do I know this? Because I just moved back into my house and there's a shit ton of boxes everywhere that has nothing but headphones.
They do research different. So
They just
Sydney
keep
goes
research.
online and reads what other people say.
Yeah.
They're the ones testing it and writing.
Oh, they're YouTubing
They're like,
it.
this one sucks.
Is
That's
it for
what I think.
gaming?
Honestly, yeah. So honestly, I think that's what I need to get my kids to do is like test all. Can you? What's going on? Is this your
It's all-
first
it's
time?
all
We're
under
putting a
control.
picture of Mike up on there.
All under control.
It's a ghost.
YouTube. Back to your kids.
Yeah,
ghost
I should
pepper.
have them like just end up like buy all this stuff and then test it and write and do a YouTube channel about it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You'll be broke.
You think so? I know. I believe it. Well, eventually some people will send stuff, right, on their own. No? Yeah.
You could get sponsored. We're still waiting for
You
our
said
sponsorship.
the key word. We'll buy all this stuff and then we'll do a
Video.
You gotta
I
get
mean,
people
we'll
to-
buy the beginning stuff, the starter stuff, and then after
Why don't you just go?
the finishers.
There's
will
a starter.
come
Why
from
don't you just go,
everyone.
Tyson? Those are nice headphones. Can I borrow those for a week?
Yeah, you're right. I'll
And then do
probably
it.
end up doing that.
Is that
So-
not weird though?
Do you guys know that there's
borrow each
actually a
other's-
To
debate
do.
in real estate about placing the TV in a living room? Like placing a TV.
Should you just throw it in there?
I don't. So it's in staging a home if the living room should have a TV or not,
Yes.
Oh, for
or if it even
staging.
a living room. Okay, so what's the difference between a living room and a family room? Which, by the way, is probably going to end up being changed too, right? Because family room indicates
gonna be primary-
Family can't be.
Yeah.
Can it
What
be
if you don't
primary?
have a family, right?
What if you don't have a family? I mean,
Oh,
technically, if
Lord.
I'm one person, I'm a family of one.
Yeah.
Why don't they just call it the realtor room? Because that's where you bring them in, and you set them down.
Which is-
You don't let them in the rest of your house.
okay, well, what would be a family room? What would be the difference? What would be
The family room would be the room for me.
Well, I know
would
what
be-
it is,
Would
but-
be the room that you actually spend most of your time in.
Right.
Right. Where
Right.
you're watching TV and living
That's a
in.
living room for me.
Right. Yeah, the living room.
So, are you
And then
from
a
another
formal living
state?
room.
Because I feel like the East Coasters talk about the family room as their living room.
Well, it is a living room because you live in it.
Yeah, but
And the other one's your formal living
Formal.
room,
Okay.
which is the one you don't touch. It
Okay.
has your nice furniture.
Yeah.
You don't let the kids in that room.
see, I have my kids are allowed everywhere. I don't have furniture like
But-
that. I don't care.
But how many homes now? I mean, your home does. Does your your home does have a formal living room area?
Yep.
You have two separate areas. We do
Yeah.
too.
I
We
don't.
just,
You have just one.
you
big
have
great
one
room?
great room.
It's great.
It's great.
Can we?
I have one-
Can we
one-
still call it great, or is that not?
You walk in my house
acceptable?
and you trip over the TV.
Yeah.
So yes, put it in the living room. I think
I
if it's not overpowering.
for staging purposes is what
Well,
we're
they
asking.
say that the TV ends up taking over the room if it's too big, and a lot of people
If
that's
it's
what they're
too
doing.
Size
They-
does matter.
Size does matter, and they end up putting. That's going to be the name of our show, and you put this stupid TV, this massive ass TV, in the middle of the room, and you can't see anything else.
Yeah,
like
that's
I've gone into homes sometimes, and I look at them. I'm like,
Why
that's
would you
a
put the
big
TV in the middle of the room?
Well, I mean,
I get it.
so you can see all the way around.
Surround vision.
Why
I
else
need to
would
get
you
one
put
of
it in the
those.
middle of the room?
Hey, Gen
Dude,
Z's like those TVs.
I was watching a show. It was a show about real estate in California or whatever, but this guy was building a house and he actually put the TV under the floor. It cost him like $75,000 and it was under the floor. How did he watch it, you ask? Well, he had a remote control and then the floorboards like
What?
opened
So it
and the
just went-
TV came up.
So it wasn't.
Oh,
That's
love
pretty
He's
that.
single.
Does the sound come up and it's like, oh,
Not for long.
$6 million?
It's got a
Isn't
lot of
that
friends.
crazy?
That's a cool concept.
I was like, how can I do that? So when I did my renovation, I was trying to figure it out. And then he was like, yeah, it costs about $75,000. I'm like, nope, I'm good.
$75,000 to build it in the wall?
Because you got to
Drop
get
it.
into the concrete. You got to get into the ground.
So why wouldn't you just
Build it
buy
into
one
the
of those
floor.
cabinets? You can just close the doors
Because it doesn't look the same
for
as the
$7,500
wall.
or $750.
Because that looks
the same.
tacky. That's like old school. That's boomer style.
What?
Good answer. That's why I wouldn't do it either.
Right? Have you ever
wanna be
seen those
suspect
cabinets, the wooden cabinets or whatever? And
I'm selling my house tomorrow.
I thought I was.
oh,
in
is that
the-
what you have?
I thought I was on the in crowd. I mount it to the wall now.
I do mount it to the wall, but that's not in anymore. You got to get it to come up from the floorboards.
That would be kind of cool in the bedroom.
To come up from the floor.
In my bedroom specifically,
have-
I have this pony wall that you could literally build up.
Oh, you know
They
what?
have beds.
If your bedroom was above the living room, you could just slide it up and down. One TV for 2 rooms.
How would
you dual purpose? You're dual purpose
I
here.
like that.
Totally
you don't
doable.
need 2 cable boxes.
They have TV like beds that have TVs, and so those of you just listening to us won't be able to see this because I'm using my hands. So it's like, so here's the bed. So the TV actually sits underneath the bed flat, and then you push a button and it comes out, and then whoop, and then it comes up.
What?
You've never seen that
What's
either?
that called?
It's called a TV under bed mount.
It's called a waste of money.
Can you find
You
that?
shouldn't be watching TV in your room.
You
anyway.
shouldn't be watching TV. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Like, how many people, even for let's bring it back to real estate, for homes that they live in, who watches TV in their bedroom? Do you have a TV in your bedroom?
I have one, but I also have a husband who
That's
watches TV
That's how
at
you
night
entertain him?
as well.
Your finisher husband?
Yeah.
I have a TV, and I usually watch about 5 to 10 minutes of TV before I go to sleep.
In your room?
Yeah, I turn it off and I go to sleep.
Yeah,
In my
see,
room.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I don't have any self-control like that.
Do you have a TV in your room?
No, which is why I don't have a
Do you
TV in
have-
my room because I have no
Do
self-control.
you have a hard time
So-
sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can't you tell? Look at these bags. It's not a cultural thing. It's
I
legitimately
thought
from
it was
not being
'cause you were a
able to
boomer.
sleep. It is. Yeah, I have been. So I watch TV in the family room, my family room, which is my living room, not the formal one, but the other living room.
But you fall asleep in the family room watching TV.
Oh my God, have you seen my couch?
But
Yeah.
see,
So that's the same.
That's the problem. She
Yeah.
can't sleep in a room because she doesn't have a TV because you're used to falling asleep with the TV.
I have no place to put a TV in my room.
Why don't you get
Under
one
the
of those
bed.
things under the bed?
Yes, actually, it's called the UBL, under bed lift.
Is it really?
It
It
is.
doesn't
how-
come with a TV.
Guess what
though.
you're getting for Christmas?
Oh my God, how much is it?
I have no idea.
$75,000.
How
There's
cool would
no
that
price.
be?
It's from Europe. You probably won't. You won't.
It
take
won't
there.
be here in time.
Yeah.
We
for
don't
the
take anything
holidays.
that's traveling right now.
Right.
Have to quarantine in the garage for 2 weeks. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Find out how much this costs.
I mean, it
though.
takes me that long to get stuff hooked
Call
up in
them up.
my house
See if
anyway.
they'll sponsor next week's show.
I will.
I know you have a eye appointment. What is it called? Ophthalmologist. The guy who does your eyes.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know what her name is.
Optometrist. He's
Optometrist, yeah.
Is it
Dr.
ophthalmology? Ophthalmology is the science of eyes.
optom.
Yep.
Believe
English
it.
is a
It's
second
all about
language
the
for
science.
me, but yeah.
Yes, I have to go get my eyes checked.
But you've been trying to do this for a while now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
I
last
know we
time
had this conversation already,
last
but I
time
told
had
you
an
we would do it.
appointment, one of the questions they ask you the day before, have you traveled in the out of state in the last 2 weeks? And number 2 was, have you been exposed to anybody with COVID in the last 2 weeks? So I failed the test last time.
Because you were out of town. That was
Yeah.
when I was quarantining from you guys. Remember, you guys
And
all
then
both
I
went out of town.
passed yesterday, so I do have an appointment to get to.
Got it.
So
is
are
that-
we on a wrap?
No, you guys can continue with the show. You don't need me.
It's a true story. He's not coming back.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Do
And this
we
is
want
our
to talk about
finisher.
rates really quickly before we wrap it up, Shelley?
Let's talk
Rates?
about
I mean, the election is over, so did rates
Is
rise
it?
like double?
No.
I mean, over-ish, right? Because we're still counting.
we're still counting, so I can't call it over until
Till we know.
Nevada sings, right, or finishes their song. So you know
Why
what's
is
crazy is
Nevada the
stocks are
fat
actually
lady?
higher today.
I'm sorry.
Which
why
is crazy.
what?
She just called Nevada the fat lady.
No,
You said when we sing.
when we say, oh, yes.
There's nothing
the
wrong with
opera.
fat
We can't-
ladies.
I haven't been to the opera.
Just,
in
what are you
years.
laughing about,
Beta.
Beta? Brandon.
Oh
Can
my
you
gosh,
tell me-
Beta,
tell us
we've
about
got
rates,
to get you
please?
a microphone so you could defend yourself.
This is way more fun.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yes.
Rates.
So to close off our show, rates are actually down today, which is great. Although, and stocks are actually rallying right now. We're like 400 points, 362 on stocks in the 28,000 margin, which is usually if stocks are up, rates are down, but both are actually doing really well today. So kind of crazy. We'll see when we actually finalize our voting or finalize our counting to see what happens to rates. But I've got all my people that I'm locking in this morning because
They're
rates
freaking
are
out?
good. Yeah. No, they're
Seriously?
good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Are you still doing a lot of refis?
I am still doing some good
Same,
business.
same as like April, May, June, July, August, September?
You know what? My purchases have actually
Exceeded
increased.
now instead of the refis? Because everybody's already refied? Or
I think it's just everybody's waiting. I've had a lot of people, honestly, up till Friday, they were like, lock me in. Like, what's going on? Tuesday's going to be really crazy for us.
all right.
Oh.
Very cool.
So rates are same.
Thank you very much for that update. And Brandon
Sure.
shut his computer, which means that we are done. So thanks so much for listening today. I know that. Can someone finish this? I don't know
Wow,
what
what happened to
all
that
of a
microphone?
sudden. I know. It like
Size matters.
It's
Size
totally.
matters.
I mean, so I've been told.
Anyway, thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Make sure you share this out into your community.
Why do you do it like this?
Like is the like button.
subscribe button's down there.
And then bam.
On our show? Like when we
It's
were.
always below the video.
Oh.
And
like and subscribe.
Like is on the Facebook, right? Like us. Yay.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Share is this now.
Got it. Sorry, continue.
That's
All
a
right.
wrap.
That's a wrap.
Bye, Felicia.